Today on the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries. Well, hunting for whitetail isn't something that happens for just a few months at the end of the year. It's a year-long process, and in this episode, we'll see Wade's hard work in the summer months pay off. It's the middle of November, and Wade is being chased by a massive cold front that's about to hit South Texas, which sets up perfect for one of his newest hunting stands.
Well, it is about 2 o'clock and there is a massive front blowing in right now out of the north. The wind is just switched. It was out of the southeast. Now it's starting to roar out of the north. It's supposed to climb to 20 to 30, the occasional gust to 40. Rain, plummeting temperatures, the day that a deer hunter or a duck hunter absolutely loves, because you're getting outside, fighting the elements and hoping to have an encounter with something big. And the cool thing about it is you never know. And where we're hunting is going to be in a hawk ladder stand, so we're up about 17 feet, leaning up against some live oak trees on a power line cut. The power line basically runs north and south. So on this end, there's a huge live oak bottom. Acorns are going to be falling out of the sky right now, probably as frequently as the rain. And we've also built a little feeder pen around a free choice boss buck feeder where we've got some record rack protein in there. It's a very simple stand and fill feeder. We're putting the protein in. We put it in about every 2 weeks and they eat it till it's empty. In addition to that, we've got a free running spring fed creek. It's gorgeous. I mean, crystal clear water. I mean, it's a spot that any deer hunter would absolutely love to go spend time on. So we're pretty excited. We're gonna set up here, we're gonna see what comes in, get settled in, and providing we don't get too wet and too cold, we'll be there for quite a while. We're getting settled in. Just in the last, 10 minutes, the wind's probably gained 10 miles an hour. So we'll just see what happens, what shows up. Might be nothing in this high wind and rain. Might be 4 or 5 different species. It'll just be a good way to spend a nice afternoon with the wind blowing hard in our face. Maybe a little rain. We're settled in pretty good. We've got the newest addition from 10 Point here. This is the Vapor 470. You talk about speed, you talk about accuracy, you start talking about energy, but you talk about ease of operation. That's the coolest thing. I mean, drops down, basically a touch of a button, picks up your string. You can crank it up here one-handed in a darn deer stand. Push your buttons, grab it, push another button, lock it in, you're good to go. I mean, it is phenomenally easy to use, top of the line. And if a guy's looking for the top of anything in a crossbow, this is the one to look for. Now the temperature's continuing to drop. I mean, we're under a winter weather advisory. There's lots of rain coming north of us. And there's probably still a good 30, 40 minutes of time left. I hate to sit up here and take a last late shot with that way that weather's coming in. It might make it hard to track. I mean, I love to hunt in the rain, but not when it's in the 40s and I'm shivering. And yes, you can call me soft. I'm okay. I'm good with that because I am. I'm a South Texas boy that doesn't like it being too cold. But boy, we had a good hunt. You know, saw a few whitetail. A lot of turkeys came through. Just kept waiting for some big set of antlers to come through. Tomorrow I won't be waiting for a big set of antlers because I'm a little bit low on meat in the freezer. We love to eat venison, so we'll probably climb back up in the same stand and see what happens, see what gets out in front of us, and have some fun. But for now, I think we're gonna probably cut this hunt about 30 minutes early and go warm up, make a plan for in the morning.
The Yamaha Whitetail Diaries is brought to you by Yamaha's proven off-road ATVs and side-by-side vehicles. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, your adventure starts here. Garmin Zero, leave the guesswork behind.
We know if you found one crappie, you may have found 1,000. We know the joy of getting your boots back in the mud. We know the journey can be more rewarding than the destination. We know the great outdoors, we love the great outdoors. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Stop by today for huge savings on the gear you need and the brands you trust. Plus free 2-day shipping at basspro.com and cabela's.com.
How do you aim a 36-yard shot with a 30-yard fixed pin at a 15-degree angle with a 7-inch holdover without moving a single pin? Easy. You get one of these. Zero, the auto-ranging digital bow sight from Garmin.
Welcome back to the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries with Wade Middleton. Wade is sneaking in for his second hunt out of the hawk stand. With the cold front already passed through, there's zero wind to conceal his movements.
We got to cross this creek several times to get into this place the right way. So here's the thing, we're about 100 yards from our stand right now. We set up there last night, massive cold front blew through, winds started at 10, went to 20, went to 30, gust at 40. Brought in a lot of rain, freezing rain, ice, which is really wild for here. Temperatures right now are about 32, and there's still a little bit of northwest wind. We've made our way down the creek, kind of coming in a different way this morning, and I mean, this is some of the most scenic country. I mean, it's just stunning. We're gonna hopefully see something today that we really get excited about. We actually didn't even leave the camp this morning until about 7 because it was pouring down rain, and wanted that ice, sleet, and rain to get out of here. And now we're gonna sit till we get an opportunity. We might be putting a turkey on the table for Thanksgiving, or we might be putting backstrap in the freezer. We're just gonna see what shows up.
As Wade heads to the stand, let's learn how the hawk stand came to be. And for that, we'll have to go back several months to July.
Part of the fun thing about having a piece of property that you lease or that you own or you've got access to hunt is being able to go out and work it and manage it and build a program around it. Where we hunt a lot in Texas, we have to deal with livestock, cattle, sheep, and then, you know, the invasive species like the pigs getting into the area. So if we want to have a free choice type of a feeding program where we're doing supplemental feed, we've got to build pens. And so what we're doing right now is trying to find a pen area, as we would call it, where we could put both a free choice feeder where we'll put some record rack, either golden nuggets or our, just a traditional protein pellet, and then eventually we'll put a timer feeder in there, and we'll have it in an area that we won't necessarily be looking at from a hunting area, but we'll have it as an area that kind of keeps deer in, keeps them in good shape in all times of the year. I'm a big believer in a feeding program that you can operate 12 months out of the year. Not just the times that you're hunting, not just right before hunting season, but I want to provide some type of nutrition, some type of enhancement all year long. We may adjust our feed rates, we may even adjust what we're providing for the deer at differing times, but all of that adds up to a healthier herd, gives the deer more nutrition, more minerals, which could allow them to have bigger antlers, which we all like when we're hunting, puts a lot more weight on them as well, but it also provides a supplemental feed during those stressful times that we can't control, where the weather and Mother Nature changes things, and it could be an extreme drought, where all the native forbs are gone and there's nothing for them to forage on, and so they'll really hit your feeding programs really hard then. Or it could be, prior to the rut, just after the rut, when you're wanting to bulk them up, you're wanting to help recover real quick. So, when I'm asked a lot of times about when and where, it's 12 months out of the year, 24 hours a day, provide something for them. And at the end of the day, I just want to provide it to the wild game. So we're going to fence this off and we'll see what we do, and you can kind of watch it go down. Our concept here is to create something that obviously will keep the undesirables out, like the pigs, the cattle, sheep that get into some of these pastures. We're going to use a portable boss buck, non-typical free choice feeder. Basically we can stand and fill this on our own. We don't need ladders. We can ease up here, pour it in, anchor it down. The deer can come and eat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's, man-made food plot, for lack of a better word, without bringing in everything else around it. Good shady area, good comfortable area. Once you get something like this all built, you can just imagine the possibilities for every time you go home. That's how I am. I'm always dreaming about what's coming in, what's happening. The stealth cams will tell me a lot, but nothing like sitting in a stand and seeing what direction they finally come in from. We're gonna mix it up to get them acclimated. We're gonna throw some golden nuggets in, which is kind of a hybrid corn protein mix. It's still got good minerals and protein in it, and then we'll put traditional, what you would call a protein pellet in. It just kind of really helps your game management program, I think, get kicked off. A lot of times we'll put this in with some of our corn and our timer feeders. Let's open the buffet.
When we return, we'll join Wade in the stand for an icy afternoon hunt. The Yamaha Whitetail Diaries is brought to you by Thompson Center, America's master gunmaker. Stealth Cam digital scouting cameras, proven. Walkers, protect it or lose it. 10-point crossbows, perfection lives here.
Inside every Yamaha lives the heart and soul of a competitor. The DNA of a champion. When you ride with us, it revs your heart and becomes a part of you too.
The Thompson Center Compass 2. A feature-rich rifle packed with value and a higher standard of reliable accuracy. Now with Generation 2 trigger and threaded muzzle. Offered in scoped and non-scoped versions and in a wide variety of calibers. From the range to the fields to the mountains, TC has a rifle to match every hunter's needs.
Welcome back to the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries with Wade Middleton.
We got a solid sheet of ice up here. So, this is, when I set in here, it's gonna melt on me. Not a lot we can do there. Good deal with that.
comes a buck on the right. He's cutting down the creek bottom. That's that 10 point that it's been kind of rubbing and calling this area home. He's really kind of a cool deer. His main beams cut in real fast. He's got a crab claw. We've seen him on scouting cameras and a couple other stands in this area. We'd all kind of decided to let him go. He's probably only 3 years old, and he's got that rack that just kind of gets real cool in this area. He's actually fairly dominant. We've seen him pushing other deer around, making lots of scrapes in the past, and it's just a buck that we'd all kind of decided to let go this year and see what he might blow up to. Sometimes that pays off. Sometimes it comes back to haunt you. The neighbors get him, or he passes away from disease, or just disappears. But you've got to let some of them go at a young age to ever let them get really, really big, and you never know. It's always a risk reward when you let one walk like that. But I love those kind of racks. I think they're really cool when they get older and they just kind of explode. Just watching them, see what else might show up. Cool deer, really cool deer.
Well, the third time may be the charm for Wade. Find out when we return. The Yamaha Whitetail Diaries is brought to you by Smith & Wesson Performance Center. Performance when it matters most. Record Rack, serious nutrition. Sawyer, we keep you outdoors.
This changes everything. The ultra-compact Vapor RS 470. The AccuSlide safe decocking system revolutionizes the crossbow market. Simply backwind the handle, stopping at any point without fear of damage, injury, or losing control. Its reverse draw design generates 470 feet per second. Its 3.5-pound zero creep trigger delivers same hole accuracy. The all-new Vapor RS 470 from 10 Point.
Welcome back to the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries with Wade Middleton.
Well, the front's pretty much made its way all the way through. The sun's starting to come out. We're getting to that bluebird, really calm conditions. The deer moved like crazy a couple hours ago. We've got, I don't know, at least three and a half more hours left. And, you know, with the temperature being what it is, and getting cool, I think everything's probably bedded down now, but they're going to get up and move really, really good this afternoon. So, you know, excitement's still high. We've had a great hunt, beautiful scenery. We'll just have to see what gives us an opportunity here in these last few hours today. We know what lives in this area, and we know that we can fill the freezer, or maybe even get a trophy out of it. Who knows? It's all equal at the end of the day. So we'll just keep sitting, keep waiting, see what shows up. right there. I mean, we have sat here through crazy wind, crazy storms, crazy everything. Wind's blowing 40, sun's out now. Beautiful trip down the creek this morning. I mean, we saw all kinds of different game. That is a cool little 8-point. I just love 8-points. I think they're awesome. He came in from over here, kind of skirted us, worked around, went right by the old boss buck with the record rack in it, eased up out here. And the coolest thing, my first one with this is from 10-point. It's brand new. When you talk about fast, baby, this thing's fast. It smokes it out there. It smokes it so fast you can't even see it. But I heard it thump, I heard it pop, I saw him kick. We got us a dead whitetail right there. That was so awesome. I love setting up in stands like this. You know, you spend your summer out here working. You know, we built this, Michael and I. Michael's on the camera right now. We built the pen. We put the boss buck feeder in there. We've been pouring record rack to it. Been putting blocks out here. We put these stands up right here. I mean, we did all this work all summer long when it's 110, and we climb up here when there's ice. I mean, that's what it's all about. That is so cool. Back straps in the freezer, buck down. First one with the new 10-point right here, the Vapor. I mean, the Vapor done vaporized that one. That's awesome. Oh, this is cool. Look where he fell, right down here on the creek. This is such a special spot. I mean, look at this guy. What a cool buck. I mean, we got to watch him come around behind us, come in perfect once he came around. I love these 8-points in this part of the world here. Big old heavy-bodied deer. We got lots of back straps, tenderloins, hamburger out of him. He's been rubbing. You can see right here, he's been thrashing on some mesquites. We've been walking down through here. Even this morning, we saw all kinds of different trees that had just been thrashed as we come along. That's too cool right there. That's crossbow buck, baby. Any kind of buck would be good. Any kind of way. I just got to sit here and admire him. I mean, you can just see the accuracy because he was coming this way, and you'll see the hit when you come around. And I mean, it just blew through that opposite shoulder there. That's where I like to aim when they're giving me that chance right there, that shot. I want to go right in here and then go right out that opposite shoulder there. I mean, and it's just devastating, the power. I mean, it's going to go in and just crush anything you're looking at with a crossbow of this power. And you know, it doesn't get any better than that. When you start trying to make that kind of shot, have that kind of power, that kind of confidence in your equipment to be able to do this.
Congratulations, Wade, on your 10-point crossbow's entry into the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries. To learn more about 10-point crossbow's Vapor RS 470, head on over to 10pointcrossbows.com. Well, that'll do it for this episode. See you next time.
I love my Fusion wireless camera.
It's the easiest cell cam I've ever set up.
Download the command app.
Scan the QR code.
Everything's done on your phone.
All kinds of affordable and different data plans.
For as little as $5 a month, you can have your trail cam pictures sent right to your cell phone.
You can go into the app, you can change all the camera settings, you can change all the upload settings, and it's got a feature where you can map out where your cameras are. It shows you when the activity has been in front of your cameras.
Check it out, the Fusion wireless camera from Stealth Cam.
What does it take to make EverCalm deer scent? It takes a deer farmer who raises whitetails. It takes mixing the special blend of EverCalm, testing each batch.
Smells like deer.
And then pouring each container. Each container is cleaned, examined, and packaged for shipping. It takes the finest deer herd and a great team of people to make the best hunting scent available. EverCalm from Conquest Scents.
From sunup to sundown, day in and day out, we work hard. We play hard. And to keep us going during those long hours, we demand performance. Angle Coolers, the original high-performance cooler.
From the backwoods to the backyard, Sawyer's Permethrin, odorless insect repellent, repels and kills mosquitoes, ticks, and other harmful insects. And with just one application lasting for up to 6 weeks, you can enjoy the outdoors as much as we do. Sawyer, we keep you outdoors.
It's in our nature to protect, defending our heritage, our way of life, and the ones we love. It's your right. Don't give it up. Protect it or lose it. Walkers.
Want to know why the top shooting pros choose High-Vis? High-Vis has an enormous lineup of sights for every shooting platform possible that are clean looking and easy to mount. Improve your shooting with faster target acquisition and eliminate cross-eyed dominance. High-Vis sights are the brightest out there, helping you find your target with ease, no matter the shooting conditions. Choose the best. Choose High-Vis and see what you've been missing.
I came back from Afghanistan with a traumatic brain injury. I couldn't talk. I still can't talk right. I didn't want to leave the house. Then my wife, God bless her, she got me off the couch and said, hey, enough's enough. You got to get back outdoors. The hunting gave me a whole new purpose, you know. It sped up my recovery big time. When I was deployed, I trusted Trijicon, and I still do today. Sergeant Rob Gustafson, U.S. Army retired.
Trijicon, brilliant aiming solutions.
Money took the box blind industry by storm with the Bull. Now, they've taken it to the next level with the Penthouse. Increased size, larger windows, insulated panels, and everything you've come to expect from an industry leader. Revolutionary designs for any weapon and any situation. Change the way you hunt with a box blind from Muddy Outdoors. Check out Muddy's full line of box blinds today at GoMuddy.com.